You can observe here, we have taken a wheel here. The radius of wheel is small r, and here you can observe point A is in contact with the ground. Let us color the rim of this wheel up to B by the red color, and let us join this point P with point B, and if this angle is theta, we can say this length, that is the arc length, that is S equal to R multiplied by theta. Okay. Suppose this wheel is rolling, that is performing pure rolling on the ground. If it is performing pure rolling, we can say each and every point on the rim will come into the contact with the ground only once. So let us move this wheel in the forward direction, that is a pure rolling of the ring in the forward direction. You can observe this center P has come to this point, and during this motion, this center has traveled distance x, and you can observe in this diagram, this length AB will imprint on the track. That means this length x should be equal to S, correct? That means the linear distance traveled by the center of wheel is equal to arc length AB. So here we can write xcm equal to x, that is equal to S, and finally equal to theta multiplied by R. Suppose if we differentiate this equation, differentiating displacement with respect to time give the velocity. So let us make differentiation of x with respect to time. So this is equal to dx by dt, and here is the r constant, this is equal to d theta by dt. And dx by dt is nothing but velocity of the center of mass, and d theta by dt is nothing but omega. So this is equal to Vcm equal to omega multiplied by r. If we further differentiate this equation, so we will get the velocity differentiation equal to acceleration of the center of mass, and here angular velocity differentiation equal to alpha. So this is equal to Acm equal to alpha multiplied by r. These two equations are equation corresponding to the pure rolling condition. Now we can say in one complete rotation, each and every point on the rim will come into the contact with the ground only once, and here we can say this theta should be equal to 2 pi. For one complete rotation, this angle rotated should be equal to 2 pi. So this displacement here we can write theta equal to 2 pi. So this is equal to 2 pi r, and 2 pi r is nothing but is the circumference of the rim. So here we can say in complete one rotation of the rolling wheel, that is a pure rolling, the center of mass translate by the distance equal to circumference of the wheel, that is equal to 2 pi r, correct? So up to this point, we analyze the cases of pure rolling in case of horizontal fixed surface, that is the object is having pure rolling on the horizontal fixed surface. Now let us analyze the cases of rolling on moving surface. Let us consider one situation here. You can observe here this truck is moving with the velocity capital V, and this plank is attached with the truck, that means this plank is also moving with the velocity capital V, and here this spherical ball is rolling on the plank. The radius of the spherical ball is r, and velocity of the center of the ball is v naught, that is with respect to ground. Here this velocity v naught is with respect to ground, and omega is the angular velocity of the ball. So let us write this situation, and it is given this spherical ball is not sliding with respect to plank, that is it is rolling without sliding, that is the case of pure rolling. Okay. So let us make the details of this situation. So let us place this diagram again. This is the sphere and plank. Let us place this point, that is point of contact A, and P is the point on the plank. This is point on the sphere. This point is point on the plank. Okay. And we know in case of the pure rolling, velocity of point A on the sphere should be equal to velocity of point B on the plank. That means there should not be any relative sliding. So let us make the velocities of various points. Center is moving with velocity v and rotation velocity is omega. And as we discussed, the track is moving with velocity capital V. That means the velocity of the plank should also capital V. As we discussed, relative velocity between A and B should be equal to 0, because in case of the pure rolling, there should not be relative sliding between these two surfaces. So VAB equal to 0. That means VA equal to VB. Correct? Now let us find the velocity of point A. If we consider rightward direction as positive, leftward direction should be negative. So let us write the vector equation governing the velocity of A. We can write velocity of A equal to velocity of A with respect to C plus velocity of C in the vector form. Velocity of A with respect to C is velocity due to rotation of the sphere about point C. It is in the leftward direction and it should be equal to omega multiplied by r. And velocity of point C, that is center of mass of this, is equal to V naught. It is in the rightward direction, so it should be with the positive sign. So here we can write this velocity VAC equal to minus omega r, and this is V naught. Correct? Now we can rearrange this equation. We can write here V naught minus omega r. If we observe this point, B point, it is situated on the plank. Plank is moving with the velocity capital V. So we can write VB equal to capital V, and it should be with positive sign. Now as we discussed here, VA equal to VB, because there is no relative sliding between these 2 points. So here we can equate this equation with this equation. This is the required condition of the pure rolling of the sphere on the track. Correct? Now let us take one illustration for clarifying this concept. You can observe here this plank is moving in the rightward direction with velocity 2v, and here we done one thing. We have taken a uniform disk and spun with some angular velocity omega, and simultaneously we projected with linear velocity v in the leftward direction. Okay, and there is no relative sliding. If there is no relative sliding between the plank and this sphere, we need to find the unknown angular velocity omega, that is the magnitude and direction of omega. What we have done? We have taken a disk and make the spin of the disk, in which sense it is unknown, and we have thrown this disk with the velocity v in the left direction while the plank is moving in the right direction. So let us make the diagram more clear. Here we know for the pure rolling, the point of contact of this sphere with the plank should have the same velocity. If we take this point as P and this point is Q, the velocity of point P and velocity of point Q should be equal for avoiding the relative sliding. And we know the velocity of point Q will be same as the velocity of plank, that is 2v in the rightward direction. So we can write here velocity of Q equal to 2vi cap. For avoiding the sliding, relative sliding, the velocity of P should also be in the rightward and have the same magnitude, that is 2v. You can observe in this diagram, the center of mass of this disk is moving in the leftward direction, but requirement is the velocity of point P should be in the rightward direction. Now consider the rotation of the disk. We rotate this disk in the counterclockwise sense like this. We can observe we can have the component of the velocity due to rotation of point P with respect to C in the rightward direction. Then only it is possible to have the velocity equal to 2v in the rightward direction. So, a rotation sense of this disk about C should be in the counterclockwise sense. Now, we can take one thing. We can consider a rightward direction as positive and leftward direction as negative. So, let us make the velocity due to rotation and translation at point P. We can write velocity of point P in the vector form. What equation should govern? Velocity of point P should be equal to velocity of point P with respect to C plus velocity of C. You can observe this velocity of P with respect to C will occur due to rotation of this, and this rotation velocity is omega and radius of rotation is r. So, this velocity should be equal to omega r in the rightward direction. And this velocity of point C is nothing but v. So, we need to do the vector summation of v and omega r, and we know this vector summation should be equal to 2v, because the condition of pure rolling, there should not be any relative sliding between P and Q. That means the velocity of point P should be equal to 2v in the rightward direction. That means 2v equal to omega r minus v. Correct? Now we can rearrange this equation. This will be equal to 3v equal to omega r, and omega should be equal to 3v divided by r, and sense of rotation is counterclockwise. And if we express this angular velocity in the vector form, so let us make the coordinate axis. This is x, y, z, and what we will do? We will curl our finger in the sense of rotation in the counterclockwise. We can observe the thumb will give the direction of the rotation vector, that is toward you, that is k cap. So, this angular velocity vector will be equal to 2v divided by r k cap.